Welcome to week 6 of the Fifth Down. I'm Larissa Liska.
And I'm Mike Yakachonis. Our featured game of the week is Tawas versus Oscoda.
Boom. Now both teams have one loss, and this rivalry game goes back 63 years. Get this, Oscoda leads the rivalry matchup by 1 game. But let's take you to the big battle. A nice friendly gesture between the two heated rivals before the match. But first quarter, Tawas ball on their own 17, 4th and long. Go for the punt, right? Wrong. Dylan Mockty says his prayers and finds his own cousin, Camden Groff, who goes 83 yards for a touchdown. Braves go up 7-0. Now Owls ball 3rd and 11. Braden Malik drops back, and he's sacked by Lucas Herrick. The Braves are taking charge. Tawas ball again. Mockty throws, and he's intercepted. Owen Franklin patrolling the skies for a pick 6. Owls take the 8-7 lead. Ring the bell, Oscoda. Now Owls keep clawing. Handoff goes to Robert Host, and he says, "Catch me if you can," for a 10-yard touchdown. Owls lead 14-7. Franklin would fly to the end zone, adding another score to the board, and the Owls dominate in the second half, taking this one 50-15, earning a share of the North Conference League title. Up next, the Owls face Whittimore Prescott, and with a win next Friday, the Owls would win their first title in 42 years.
When our front seven's playing tough, you know, it really makes a big difference, and we've got some unbelievable athletes in that back four. So I asked these kids 4 years ago to buy in and believe that defense is an absolute fun thing to do when you're stopping teams, and they bought in, and they're having a lot of fun doing it.
Pellston topped Hale at home 41-12, and the Onaway Cardinals flew past the Atlanta Huskies 48-8. Trace Juergens led Atlanta with about 100 yards rushing, and senior quarterback Gavin Fenstermaker went off for about 300 yards total for Onaway.
Tonight is the first time since 2008 that Posen and Hillman are meeting on the gridiron. Now, I spoke to both coaches before the game, and each of them had nothing but respect and excitement for this one. Even with the rainy weather tonight, neither team disappointed. Hillman's senior and football captain Wyatt Berry was crowned homecoming king. Mackenzie Van Pammel of the Hillman volleyball team was also crowned as homecoming queen. Congrats, you two. In the first quarter, it's Posen striking first. Quarterback George Kroll makes a move outside and gets into the end zone. Vikings go up 6-0 after failing to convert the 2-point conversion. Now in the second quarter, it looks like the Mellingen-Hennigan connection is a dual threat. Hennigan hands it off to Mellingen, and he crosses the plane for the score. Hillman goes on to convert the 2-point conversion, and they go up 8-6. Still in the second, and I think I'm having deja vu. Hennigan to Mellingen again on the ground for the same result. Mellingen gets into the end zone on the same play, and Hillman goes up 16-6. Posen's not going down without a fight. With 4.5 minutes to go, Kroll rolls out to his right, and he finds Jeremy Mishak for the 28-yard touchdown. Posen fails to convert the 2-point conversion again, and they now trail 16-12, following a bizarre string of 3 penalties in a row with no time left on the clock. Hillman runs a final play, and you guessed it, it's another Hennigan to Mellingen handoff for the score. Now it's 24-12 going into halftime. Posen rallies back in the second quarter, but they fall for the first time this season. Hillman wins 38-34. The Johannesburg Cardinals kept their strong season rolling. They shut out Charlevoix 34-0. The Cardinals ran for nearly 300 yards on the ground, and Tyson Clace, he added 3 catches good for 68 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gres-Sims, well, Larissa, that score speaks for itself. They win huge over Heston Academy 78-6. The Wolverines needed only 489 yards of total offense to do so.
Now it's time to head to our halftime performance at the Fifth Down. Hey Mike, do you remember the shark dance?
You know, I can't say I'm too familiar with it, Larissa. Could you maybe show me?
Here we go. Baby shark do 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 do. Now let's see if the Oscoda students and marching band can do it better. Now that we're back, we had a little bit of an outfit change, and the Whittimore Prescott Cardinals hosted the Mile Thunderbolts for a North Star League matchup. The red and white earned their first win last week over Alcona, but here's a big milestone. Whittimore Prescott running back senior Ridge Schutte enters the game only 26 yards shy of 1,000 yards rushing. We'll pick this one up in the second quarter. Cardinals on Mile's 44-yard line. Ridge Schutte, he's dancing his way into a 1,000-yard season. Cardinals extend their lead 26-8. A few drives later, though, Thunderbolts trying to find a spark, and they will on a Brendan DeFlorio dart to tight end Will Sisk for the 3-yard score. Mile only down 10 going into the half, but the name of the game was Ridge Schutte as he cruises into the end zone again. He had 237 yards on the ground. And how about one more for Whittimore Prescott? Quarterback Tanner Harrison rolls out and lofts it up for tight end Michael Bless, and he hauls it in. Whittimore Prescott runs away with this one. The Cardinals get the dub 47-18.
It feels pretty good, but the more important thing is getting the win. But the 1,000 yards is pretty cool too.
Ridge is a game changer. He's a dynamic player. He can take the ball the distance every single time he touches it. He's a very special back. He's one of the best backs I've ever seen or coached.
Congrats to Ridge on his great rushing this season. Alcona also had their homecoming tonight as they hosted the Rogers City Hurons. The Hurons are currently ranked 7th among Division 8 schools and look to keep their season rolling. Alcona celebrated a beautiful evening, and here is your homecoming king and queen. Congrats, kids. Hope you all had a fun night. The Tigers' homecoming wasn't enough to boost their game tonight. Let's pick this one up in the second quarter with the game tied at 8. Rogers City's Caleb Bade drops back to pass and dumps it off to the fullback Caleb Budnick. Check out the wheels on this kid. He takes it to the house for a 32-yard touchdown, 16-8 Hurons. Later in the second, Rogers City driving, and Michael Karsten is off to the races. Catch him outside. How about that? Karsten goes 54 yards, and the Hurons go up 24-8. Now we're moving on to the third quarter here. I really have to catch him outside, I guess. Here in the third quarter, Rogers City on the 5-yard line, and that's Caleb Budnick again. The Hurons never look back as they go on to win this one. They won it 46-8. My apologies on that. And as a reminder, Alpena and Ypsilanti kick off tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'll have highlights from that game tomorrow at 11 p.m.
Well, Mike, we skipped anchor rankings last week, and I'm looking to catch up.
You know, Larissa, even competitions need bye weeks.
And here's how we're stacking up.
Well, you know, I guess that's now 2 weeks in a row for you, but, you know, no problem. It wouldn't be nice of me to let you win every week.
Wow, well, you know what? I have 3 weeks left to get a victory.
And that's the end of this week's edition of The Fifth Down.
The Fifth Down is brought to you by Pratscape's Gift Shops. Unique, antique, vintage, and new, we've got it all for you. Gambles of Alpena. Family owned. Sales, parts, and factory trained technicians. Alpena Buick GMC. Alpena's volume selling leader on US 23 North Alpena. Wolverine State Credit Union. Homegrown. Once a member, always a member. Alpena Agency. Auto, home, life, health, and business. We make insurance easy. And Arzo's Amusement Park. Make all your wishes come true.